for problem case. Is that right? For problem cases? Yes or no? No.
No.
Brother Deacon Ben, please help me enlighten my brother and sisters about it. About it's for problem cases.
Cursillo, it's really meant, ideally, to be populated by people who are either already leaders or have, leadership potential. And so in your environment, let's say your workplace, if you're working, you are looking for people who kind of have influence. And you can tell whether they have the title, boss, or they're just like you, which people are most influential. And if they happen to be Catholic, you have an opportunity there to help them experience what you experience. So now instead of just you being all by yourself in that environment, trying to help structure it in a Christian way, now there's two of you, And then maybe later that person will know other people that you don't know in the surrounding environment, and they will invite people to come into the Cursillo. So ideally, you want to get people who are pretty well formed already, or have the potential to be. Now, is there room for the sinner to go into the Cursillo? Absolutely. Absolutely, because there is nobody who's perfect. There is nobody who's perfect. And you can look into the lives of maybe even the candidate that you think is the ideal person to come. And if you really dug down deep enough, you're going to find some dirt, okay? And you're going to realize that they're just like you, because when you went on the Cursillo, you were not perfect. And the reason why you had that transformative experience for most of you is because you realized that God loves you anyhow. God forgave you anyhow. And our God is a God of infinite second chance. So when you're looking for leaders, yes, you keep in mind the idea, but you also realize that the mercy of God is always opposite. And so in your pre-Cursillo committees, I would really recommend that, instead of trying to be too strict, allow God's grace to operate. Allow God's grace to operate just as it did for the woman caught in adultery. Remember that story? The whole town was trying to stone this woman, execute her right in front of Jesus. And they come to him because he's a rabbi, right? They say, is it okay? Should we go ahead and stone her? Should we kill her now? And he doesn't say anything at first. And finally he just poses the question. Well, let the person among you who is without sin, you go ahead and cast the first stone. And they realize the truth of their own sinfulness, and they walk away leaving her alone. And when Jesus looks up, he just says to her, is there no one to condemn you? And she says, no. And he says, neither do I. Go and sin no more. And so that, in a way, is the story of what happens during Cursillo weekend for just about anybody who goes. Because everybody has some brokenness in them. Everybody has some fault. Everybody has some need to be close to God, and they feel hopeless at some level. And during the Cursillo weekend, they suddenly get that glimmer of assurance that you are still lovable because of your action, because of your forbearance, because of your willingness to take a risk. So that's how I would answer that question.
You should have delivered this Romeo. Okay. Now it has been explained in detail. So don't ask me questions anymore. It has been answered very well. So the real problem with the Cursillo movement in the United States is not that it's not fitted to the American environment, but that we are not aiming as high with this movement as the founders did it. We're trying to use something that was designed to transform environments to Christ, to just something to raise the spirituality of individuals, a notch or two. It's like trying to blow a toy boat out of the bathtub with a rocket launcher. If you know what I'm trying to say. Your father should know this. Whether we are satisfied with what is now happening depends on what we are aiming at. Sure, it has good effects, but the question is, are environments being changed for Christ? Is it? If we are really trying to structure Christian life, if we really want to change the world, we need to use the whole method for the full purpose. Okay? No less, no more. We follow what what the book says. The Cursillo is limited and specific. Is a specific instrument. It does not do everything in the church. It has a definite purpose. Remember, I said there's a definite purpose, there's a definite method, and like the wood chisel or the screwdriver, it is designed to do just that. Screwdriver. I hope you all have a screwdriver in your garage. The Cursillo movement must not be overburdened, not asked to do much more. It is designed to do a certain job, not to take over the jobs of other organizations. Anyone who wants to fight poverty, abortion, directly should find another movement to work as a leader in. Right? We cannot do that. In conclusion, the Cursillo movement, as it was designed, has a revolutionary contribution to make to the life of the church. It is this that we must safeguard. We must safeguard the Cursillo movement. Remember when I first said my talk, my bishop said that we as Cursillistas are sent and sent. Is that true? We are sent to evangelize. We are ascended with Christ so that when we do what we're supposed to do, Christ is always with us. Sent and sent. That's what we as Cursillistas are. Well, I think to believe him because he's also a Cursilista, my bishop. So he should know what he's talking about. An environment centered, our focus must be transforming each environment rather than a problem-centered approach to the apostolate. In appreciation of the need of Christian communication, talking to God, telling men and women about Christ, and sharing our lives with other Christians. Some simple methods that do not do an excellent job of facilitating and bringing out authentic Christianity. The group reunion, the prayer, the 3-day Cursillo, to be able to help each and every one of us to live what is fundamental for being a Christian. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope that this role had helped you to implement, plan what you want to when you go back to your diocese or your whatever, your group. And with the help of Brother Deacon Ben Agustin's explanation, you should have been enlightened. Okay? And thank you again very much, Deacon.